up, people? This is William Jones making videos about leaving religion. The purpose of the videos is to get you to think. Turn your brains on and think. And use logic and use reason and realize that religion is fake. Alright, for this video, it's talking about politics. Because the religion and the politics right now are intermingled, which they shouldn't be. You know, there's supposed to be a separation between church and state. But that's not the case with the current situation we're dealing with. So that's not what we're dealing with right now. So check it out. Oh, and you know, hit the like button, subscribe if you like the videos. Please do that. Rest in peace, MF Doom. Spell it in all caps. Don't ever spell his name in lowercase. Always all caps. MF Doom. Metal Face Doom. Not MF and Doom. Metal Face Doom. Anyway. Check it out. Part of what's going on with the Project 2025 that presidential candidate Donald Trump is running on, well, he's not running on it, he's distancing himself from it, but listen, part of that Project 2025 wants to make America a Christian nation. Now, if some of you have not heard of Christian nationalism, look it up. They want to make America a Christian nation. So when we see they want to put the 10 Commandments in front of courthouses, they want to put the 10 Commandments in the classrooms, they want to push biblical views and the laws. And at this point, that's not even a law right now, but we are against it right now. But just imagine when those of you who have left religion, they're going to strongly make law Christian teaching. It's not even historical. But they want to make this the teaching. Like you go to some countries, Dubai, or I know Dubai. I'm not going to name nothing else. I don't know. Where Islam is the religion of the country, and you cannot go around preaching your religion, converting people to something else. That's not what we are. This country was founded because they were under a king, so they didn't want a king anymore. So they broke the government into 3 branches of government. It seems like a lot of people don't understand the branches of government. But they broke it into 3 branches. The legislative, that's where you got the House of Representatives and Congress. The executive branch, leg, I'm saying leg, L-E-G. The I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. L-E-S. The executive branch is the president, the vice president, who has no power to do anything. Vice presidents do not pass laws and give money to Ukraine. They don't do that. They just the backup quarterback. So legislative, House of Representatives, and Congress, right? The Senate. Executive, which is the president, and the judicial, I said L-E-S, and the judicial, which is the Supreme Court, which is corrupt right now, right? Those are the 3 branches of government, and checks and balances, so one is not stronger than the other. Why do they do this? Because we don't want a monarchy. We don't want a king. Whenever you have a ruler, I don't care if it's a king is no different than a dictator. And what is it? Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Anytime you give one person all the power, go look at North Korea and Kim Jong-un. The women can't even ride bicycles. because they was like, you don't want to see a pretty woman riding a bike. It's not right. They can't wear jeans, denim jeans, because the West wears jeans. We don't want to be westernized. They have crazy rules that come from one man. Kim Jong-un won the election in North Korea 100%. And you know the only way you win the election 100% is if you control the election. 100%? Come on. Not 99.9, 98, 100%. So these are the things that happen when you don't understand how your government works. We always wanted to be checks and balances. You don't want a bunch of yes men around somebody. And every time they say something, you got to agree with them or you kicked out. No. You don't want friends around you to always tell you you're right. But when you're wrong, you're wrong. That's how it has to be. So they want to make, one, you want to have a king again, which we got away from. And the other thing was they wanted freedom of religion. And for those of you that don't know, they were printing the Bibles were in Latin. Then they started printing the Bibles in English and secretly distributing them. And you might have heard of the Tyndale Bible and some other Bibles, but I'm not getting into all that. The point was they wanted the people to see what was in the Bible, to know that what they were teaching you wasn't right. All this purgatory, pay for purgatory for your loved ones to move on, all the laws they had with the Bible wasn't right. So the Protestant church came up with Martin Luther, not Martin Luther King, but Martin Luther, who started a Protestant church. So when they started the country here, they say we don't want a king, so we're going to break it all up into three branches: the legislative, the executive, and the judicial. Checks and balances, so one branch is not stronger than another. And there will be separation of church and state. So church do what church do, state does what state do. Project 25 says no. We want a king, and we want to have the country be a Christian nation. Because for some reason, people think that America was founded on Christianity. It's not true. Go read about Thomas Paine, whom Benjamin Franklin brought over here, who wrote two books, or the Age of Common Sense, and I can't remember the other book right now. That's not what I'm talking about, but Thomas Paine, and I'm not dealing with racism and all that, whatever he was dealing with, but he wanted freedom for the people. But he didn't want them to be bound to religion or a king. And he was wanted in countries because he preached folks should have freedom. They didn't want him to have freedom. But George Washington even turned his back on Thomas Paine when he was locked up, when they was about to execute him for about 2 years. George Washington turned his back on the man. But as I keep going on, you do not want to be in a country. Look where we are now, and they're trying to force the Christian religion on everybody. I don't want it. Don't force it on me. Don't make it we don't have a national religion. We have a freedom of religion. You want to be a Muslim? Be a Muslim. Buddhist? Be a Buddhist. Zoroastrian? Be a Zoroastrian. Christian? Be a Christian. Jehovah's Witness? Be a Jehovah's Witness. Hebrew Israelite? Be a Hebrew Israelite. So how would you feel if the laws were made to make you what they want you to be? That ain't right. So part of this Project 2025 that will be run with Donald Trump is to make Christian nationalism the state religion. When people, I ain't trying to hear all that, it'll be the law. How much have they done already? Think about it. You do a high school graduation, they pray anyway. Folks, we shouldn't pray. They pray anyway. They don't care what you say, they pray anyway. You go to something that we're going to pray. Why? Because our God is doing. Remember, Christians are bullies. That's what this whole thing is about. Being the same bullies they've always been since the inception of Christianity. They will be the bullies that make everybody here accept the way they think. Even when slavery is mentioned in the Bible, and we all know about that. You know, slaves obey your masters, and masters don't beat the crap out your slaves. Basically, that's what it says. So why do we want to follow something that's making us follow somebody's religion, and that's not what we believe? It's not right. So I ain't with it. I'm just telling y'all, this is what the Republican Party is pushing. They're pushing Christian nationalism. If you're not a Christian, they're going to push it on you. They're going to push it on the country. How many laws today are being pushed? Roe versus Wade was overturned. People say, what is Roe versus Wade? Abortion laws. Abortion laws have been overturned because of the Christian agenda. So, so what's hypocritical about it is they don't want you to have an abortion, but they also want to get rid of WIC, women, infants, and children. WIC. They want, they don't want welfare and WIC, but you want the people to have children. Think about it. You care about them when they're in the womb, but as soon as they come out, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Think about it. You support me because you want us to have children, but after we had the children, no matter how much it crushes me, and you give tax cuts to the rich and not me, and we got to struggle to have 2 jobs, 2 people in the house. If you got 2 people in the house, they have 2 jobs and just work to survive. You also want to crush me on that end. Think about it. This is for you to think about. Why do the rich need a tax cut when they can't spend or will ever spend the money they sitting on? Come on, man. Somebody think about it. Watch it. Let's just say you made, my viewers watching, you made after taxes $10,000 a month. How could you live? How would you live after taxes having $10,000 a month? Me personally, I live good. $10,000 a month after taxes every month, $120,000 a year. I would live great. I'd be fine. Now, you got somebody who has $500 million. $500 million. So we cool with $120,000 a year while they sit on $500 million and up. But they get a tax break. Tax break for what? You can't even spend what you have. Somebody got $3 billion and you want a tax break and want to run everything while I make my measly $120,000 and to me you want to tax me more with my $120,000 when you got $3 billion. Come on now, I'm just saying, just logically, logic, reason. We just talking. Come on. Side note, let's say a record label. For those of you that don't know, when an artist, I don't know about the new stuff, let's say old school, an artist signed to a record label, they might make 30 cents per record. 30 cents, let's say 30 to 50 cents per record sold. That's why when you got these groups that got 5 people in it, and y'all got to split up that 30 cents a record, and you sell 500,000 records, when y'all got 30 cents a record divided by 5, plus your radio promotion money to get it played on the radio, and they paid $50,000 for that, come out of your money. All the promotion money come out of your money. Well, where's the extra money going to? The record label. So you sold 1 million copies and you filing bankruptcy, but the record company ain't filing bankruptcy because you as the artist who the record company had no product. They had money, but they had nothing to sell. You come to them with a product to sell that the people like, they distribute it. Well, they gonna get a distributor. I don't want to get the record business, but they distribute it. And after all is said and done, everybody gets rich except the person who made the music. That's why everybody want to go solo. And I'm equating that to, if you was making $10,000 a month, $120,000, we're talking about after tax, $120,000, that's what you're making. They got millions, but they want all the taxes to be paid out of your money. Can we see how this works? It makes no sense. And this is what these new laws will propose. So let's get back to Christian nationalism. They want everything to be Christian. So those who don't know the Bible don't know all about the slavery things and women being submissive, which, and come on, these women in America they ain't submissive like, come on, they not. If you got a westernized a westernized American woman, they not submissive like the Bible talk about. You can say that. They not. Like my daughter always, will always laugh when I say, dudes be like, Dad, I run this house. This is my house. I run the house. This is my house. And I say, tell them, go hang a picture on that wall over there and don't clear it with your wife. Just go put a picture on that wall over there. You don't tell her nothing about it, and she come in and see a picture or something you hung on that wall and you ain't clear it with her. Let's see how much you run the house. Unless you beat her, that ain't gonna fly. That picture coming down. She didn't approve it, don't match her decor, something. She just don't like it because guess what? She ain't put it there. That's all I'm saying. Now, let me switch over real quick. Another part of Project 2025, and I want people to understand this, right? Watch this, watch this. They want to ban pornography. They want to ban pornography. Pornography will be illegal and folks doing it will be charged. Pornography is a multi-billion-dollar industry right now. And you can't tell me that the same people passing these laws ain't not only making their own porn, but they watching porn. And do you think anything we ban is never banned? It is banned, but it never disappears. The prohibition, for those of you who don't know, back in the 1920s, 30s, prohibition with alcohol was illegal. But did alcohol stop being here? Al Capone, all of that mess? You guess what their drug was? Alcohol. It wasn't crack cocaine, marijuana, fentanyl. Their drug back in the day was alcohol. Beer, vodka, whiskey, moonshine. The moonshine. Alcohol was the big time drug back in the day. But because they banned it, did it ever stop? No, it never stopped. Marijuana has always been illegal until like now in certain places. They lighten up on it. Anybody stop getting high? I got high all through the 90s. Half of the 80s, all through the 90s, beginning of the 2000s. Who stopped smoking weed because it was illegal? So if you ban pornography, will it stop? Because most of y'all know you got porn in your own stuff in your own phones. Let's be real. You're recording your own self doing porn. And you think you want to go to jail for recording yourself doing something in your own phones? But the point of, I said this at work, and the point of it is, it's not about the fact that, porn, you shouldn't have porn, we don't need porn, it causes more problems and this, that, the third. No, what you got to understand is when you say ban pornography is, you ban something that a lot of people might agree with. But once you say we can ban pornography, which is freedom of expression, it doesn't stop with pornography. You're going to, like, I can't even go on Facebook now and say something without going to jail. Instagram ain't nothing but Facebook, same company, and you say something, and they do you want to say it? And you're in jail for 30 days for saying something. Somebody said, this is one of my followers on YouTube who followed me on Facebook, said in a comment, hey, you haven't done a new video. Are you about to drop a new video? And I said, yeah, I'm about to shoot one soon. Facebook sent me a message. Your message was violent about shooting. You banned for 30 days. I was talking about shooting a video, not shooting a person. But understand, if you ban pornography, it doesn't stop with pornography. It's going to go into freedom of speech to where you can't say what you want to say, because if you look into Project 2025, news outlets will be censored from saying what whoever the president is doesn't approve. Look it up. So that means all these late night hosts that have been joking the person gonna get locked up. All these political opponents gonna get locked up. And it ain't gonna, no, that's, you just talking, it ain't gonna happen. Step one has already happened. Immunity to the president. That's step one in the playbook. Everything else happens after he steps into office. If the Republican candidate steps into office, that happens. Look it up. Don't dog me in the comments. Hit me with the facts. If the presidential Republican candidate is mentioned 312 times in the document and says, I don't know nothing about it. Nah, you in it. You know about it. You know about it. And your people that says you know about it. You're just going to deny it because you can kick it into effect. After you win, look, predators only have to fool their prey one time. Predators fool the prey one time. And once they fooled you, I ain't going to go back and apologize. Once the alligator snatched that animal into the water and drown it and kill it and eat it, you ain't got to apologize for that. Once that tiger with them stripes and they can't see them, they killed it, you ain't got to apologize. You're dead. You're gone. Predators only have to fool their prey one time, and after that, the prey suffers. So this was going to happen. Oh yeah, get rid of pornography. No pornography. And then you say something, I don't like how they do this, and you flagged. You flagged. Because you didn't even cuss. But you said something that wasn't appropriate to what the leader wanted. So you flagged and you're gonna get checked. That's what's coming. So we got the whole Christian nationalism thing. So videos you're watching with me now talking about leaving religion, they will be gone. You can't have a leaving religion video for folks who want to promote their Jesus Christ and all the falseness that comes with it. It's just a storybook. The folks that follow, like I said, the folks that follow MAGA are the same folks that follow religion. And they could research something, but they won't. Believing a lie is just way easier than accepting the harshness of a truth. All right? It's way easier. What I think Mark Twain said, I can't remember. It's easier to convince somebody about the lie than that they've been lied to. There's something to that effect. Look it up. If you research it, Google it, find out what he said. But it's easy. They just lie. If you lie to somebody, they're more prone to believe the lie and not want to look up the truth. Because the lie, a lot of times, sounds good. Conspiracy theories right now, they just sound so good. They really do. So, do y'all want? I don't like seeing the billboards with the heaven and hell. Choose God now. Well, can the Muslims put up the same post on the billboards and y'all be cool with it? Because if somebody say, you don't believe in God, and if I say, well, I believe in Allah. No. That's not the true God. No, you got to believe in the one true God. So why Allah not the true God? Because you can't prove either one of them. Which one is the true God? The one you believe in is the true God. So the whole state and religion thing is mixed up. They want to bring religion and state together. They want to bring the monarchy back. Have a dictator, or king as a dictator. When the country was established on freedom from that. So after over 250 years of this, and I'm not saying that people of color had the best situation with this experiment, as they call it, but we surely don't want to go back to losing civil rights, which is a part of Project 2025. You know, I had a situation on the job where, you know, I sued a job for racial discrimination and won. They wouldn't even look at that under Project 2025. That's kicked out. That's done. It wouldn't happen. It's done. So people don't understand what they would vote for under this Project 2025 that they're so adamant about. They already took the women's rights away. And let me say this. Let me say this. To me, and this is to me, women's rights sound stupid. Why do women have to be treated differently than men? That's stupid. There are no men rights. We got men's rights? No. The same way, you know, we don't have, we have, let's say we got African Americans, right? Hispanic Americans and I mean, it's stupid. You know, all kind of Americans, Native Americans. But when you say Americans, who are we talking about when we just say Americans? Who are just the Americans? Japanese Americans, Chinese Americans. Everybody got a suffix on it. Well, something Americans. Who are the Americans if it wasn't the people who was already here? Native Americans. They have be Native Americans. They are the Americans. And they were not light-skinned people. They were dark-skinned people. This is not what my message is. I'm just talking. I'm giving you the history of it. If you Google it. You mad? Google it. I'm just saying. Google it. Americans. And want to send other people back to other countries. Most of them didn't come from here. Let me get back on track. Listen. Bottom line is women's rights. Women's rights. It should be human rights. Women have the right to choose for themselves. Because you ain't dealing with it. Who getting up in the morning with a crying baby, changing diapers and taking somebody to school and buying all? Who's doing it? The folks that's making the laws or the woman who's dealing with it? Women's rights. It should not be no women's rights. That's stupid. Women are not stupid where they can't make their own decisions. My mother is a woman, and she doesn't make stupid decisions. So why would I think any other woman doesn't know what they want for their own bodies and for their own lives and the direction of their lives? It's women's rights. If there should never be a thing called women's rights. Rights for humans. That's what it should be. And that's why, and I'm cross to the politics, I'm sorry. When we talk about Kamala Harris, oh, a woman shouldn't be able to do because a woman too emotional and then she gonna get us in the war. All the wars we've had in history, guess who they were started by? Men. Men, not women. Women clean up the mess that the men made with all the dead children. Shouldn't be dead and should have lived their lives out to be old, but they didn't make the decision to go to war. That was men. Genghis Khan was not a woman. Napoleon was not a woman. Let's go down through history. They were not women. It was men. So let me say, I want to see a woman, a female president of the United States. And I'm not trying to make it political, but I'm just saying, come on, we done had, and Donald Trump, he went in 47, but Grover Cleveland was the only president to have 2 terms that were not consecutive. Meaning, he was president for 4 years, he lost the election the next year, and he came back and was president again. So Donald Trump wants to be 47, but technically he'd be 46. Really? All I'm saying is, we've seen what the men do. Can we at least one time see what a woman does? Oh, the United States, they're gonna see the United States is weak because we got a woman. Y'all gonna see him as weak? Go hang a picture on that wall and don't tell her, and let me know what the results are. Oh, she's weak. She's weak. Do that. Think about it. Y'all think women are weak when all of y'all men bow down to women. You know what? I'm gonna end on that note right there. Y'all think women are weak, and y'all think a black woman is weak. Oh, she not black, 'cause her daddy Jamaican, her mama Indian, she ain't even white. But she always tell Indian, she's raised by her mama. If you go to your mama house more than your daddy house, but guess what? They got video of her uncles over there in Jamaica talking to, go find those. And she said, folks to jail. Prosecuting attorney. If you're a prosecuting attorney, if you take a job on your job, if you friends with all your friends on the job, and then you take a supervisor job and you got to fire somebody, and then we was close and they fired me, they're going to dog you out because guess what? You did your job. You answered to somebody over you. Don't take the supervisor job if you don't want to fire somebody, because you're going to have to do it. And it was somebody who was cool with. So either lose your job or they lose their job. Which one's going to be? A job is a job. That's what it is. Because the defense attorney, they're going to get accused for letting criminals off. He really murdered that woman and you defended him and he ain't go to jail and you got him off him. That's the defense job. The prosecutor's job is to put him in jail. The defense job is to keep him out of jail. We're playing tennis here. If you don't know how the game works, what are you talking about? And she the vice president. Why she won't do it now? She the vice president. The backup quarterback can't do nothing while the starting quarterback is playing. Learn how the government works if you got something to say. If you don't know how it works, then shut up. And if you ain't voting, and that's why I pay taxes. If you ain't voting, I vote. You know why I vote? So I can bitch and moan for 4 years until the next election. If it don't go the way I like. I can do that because I got up and voted and got the sticker to say I voted. Well, it don't matter who in there because they're going to do what they want to do. If you ain't voting, shut up. Shut up. You ain't do your civil duty and vote. Folks got tortured and threatened by the KKK to not vote. Oh, why they got threatened? Because it didn't matter. They was threatened not to vote because it didn't matter. So if it didn't matter, why they threatened them? Because it mattered. It mattered. It did. They changed votes all in Georgia. They changed the laws in Georgia. You can't give a person a bottle of water in line. Why? Because it don't matter. No, it matters. And they know it matters. So they changed the votes. They changed the laws because when people vote, Democrats win. When nobody cares, you got Trump. I'm just stating the facts. You want to hate on me? Do it in the comments with the facts. And we'll go from there. Bottom line. Folks, vote. And then let me say this. And then, they probably ain't went this far. I should say at the beginning because we're at the end of the video. If you don't vote, guess what? Look, listen. If you don't vote, listen. It's not just vote for this person and that person for president. There are local laws that are being passed in your area that you don't know about. And you don't see it until you start to vote. And so, in my area, we had a whole vote about, do we want us paying for the folks whose kids going to private school and we paying for it? No. We had a whole thing that says slavery on the ballot about using the jail folks as slavery. No. What I'm saying, if you don't vote, there are local laws. It ain't about just the presidential or the Senate. There are local laws on your ballot that you don't vote for, and you wonder, well, why this happened? Because you didn't vote for simple laws. We had a whole thing here. It was talking about helping folks to get houses, giving them loans to get houses. It's not just about the presidential and the Senate votes and the House of Representatives. There are laws in your community that if you don't vote, you don't see those laws. And that's how they pass. And when you're mad, because all you saw was, I don't vote for the president. That ballot is long. Very long. Go and do a test ballot and Google it. You're not just voting for a president or vice president in the Senate and the House of You're voting for local laws. That's what you're voting for. Stop thinking like that if you don't know it. Go and vote for your local laws for you. Because once they pass them, it's hard to overturn them. You worry about it. You know what? At this point, I get to the bathroom anyway. You know, I'm out of here. So, leave religion, whatever. Women's rights. Women are the founding. Women, everybody here came through a woman. And we're going to disrespect them with women's rights, that what they can and can't do with their bodies. That's bull crap. My mother is a woman. And I respect her. I love my mother. She's the God of my life. I love my mother. My mother is just it. You hear me? So the women's rights. Women, women shouldn't even be put in this where y'all determining what they're gonna do with their lives, with their bodies and lives. Where the fathers at gone. Who deal with everything you deal with? The mothers. I'm getting hot now. Let me get out of here. So look, so like, subscribe if you went this far. Alright, people, I'm out of here. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.